How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Steven Talks, and today's going to be an interesting one. A while back, when I was making videos like this for Facebook, my wife was talking to me, and she said, "You talk a lot about like horror movies and your favorite grindhouse movies and metal albums and stuff like that. Wouldn't it be funny if you made a video where you talked about your favorite romantic movies or love stories?" And we kind of laughed, like, "Oh yeah, that would be funny." But today, I think is actually that day. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about my personal favorite romantic movies. So this is dedicated to my wife, who is the very personification of both love and grace. All right, well, let's hop into it. The first of my favorite romantic movies. It sounds weird calling them that, but I think the easiest thing that people go to in talking about movies like this is to call them chick flicks. And I'm not really a fan of that. Like, because to me, chick flick sounds like something that some dude invented because he was ashamed of the fact that he loved Dirty Dancing so much. So, well, we have to call it, like, I don't know, a chick flick or something like that. So I don't like using that, but I guess for these purposes, it will be romantic movies. But this movie is one that I absolutely adore. I'm a sucker for a good love story. I really am. I eat that shit up like candy. And this is one that I loved from the first moment that I saw it, and that was My Big Fat Greek Wedding. This movie just, I don't know, it makes you feel great. It's a happy movie. By the time it's over, you're just like, that was really nice. And I will tell you the biggest reason why I love My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Most like romantic comedies or drama or anything like that that deals with a love story, they follow a certain formula. And that formula is two people meet, they fall in love, everything's perfect, they're obviously made for each other. And then at some point in the movie, some sort of misunderstanding happens. And they get mad at each other, and then they decide they don't want to be with each other, and they run the risk of never seeing each other again, even though they obviously should be together. And then, more often than not, one of them is about to go on a trip to some far off land that they will never be able to reach civilization again. And then the other character realizes at the last minute that, oh my God, I really do love them. I have to stop them from going out to Frosty Nipple, Alaska. And so they race to the airport where the other character is just about to get onto a plane, and they make it in the nick of time to stop them from going through that gate. And the dude is like, "Samantha!" And Samantha turns around, and then he says some sort of inside joke that only they know, some sort of private thing between them. And he's like, "DuckTales, woo!" And she's like, "Oh my God, that's my favorite show of all time, and I love him, and I want to be with him." And then they kiss, and then they're back together. That scenario right there has been done a million different ways, but pretty much along the same lines. The reason that My Big Fat Greek Wedding is so successful is because it doesn't do that. It is one of the few love stories where you have two people meet, and of course, you have our main girl in this, who is, she's Greek, and she's from a Greek family, and they're just very Greek, and they want her to marry a Greek man. And so she ends up falling in love with Ian, who is not Greek, and they fall in love. They become engaged. He actually, he converts to being a Greek so that they can get married in the Greek church. He becomes part of her family, even though they're resistant at first. And then the wedding happens, and that's it. They get married. There's no misunderstanding. There's no, conflict just to make you feel like, oh my God, they might not end up together. No, they fall in love and they stay together. And it's so refreshing in its simplicity, That's one of the first things I noticed about it. And so I thought, you know what? I wish so many more of these movies were like this. I adore my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I always have. So my next movie, speaking of our unnamed male who had a problem with chick flicks, I'm a fan. I'm an absolute fan of Dirty Dancing. This movie, when I was growing up, man, this movie had so many girls my age in a headlock. Like, it's got an incredible soundtrack, first of all. Like, you can't forget the soundtrack of Dirty Dancing. I personally think it's one of the best movie soundtracks ever made. Like, if I'm out shopping at the grocery store or CVS and I hear Hungry Eyes, I'm like, ooh! Like, it's Dirty Dancing. But, yeah, it's Dirty Dancing. It's, the story of Baby, who goes with her parents on a vacation to this resort in the Catskills. And she falls in love with old Johnny, the rebel dance instructor who, teaches her how to just let go of this kind of, prim and proper lifestyle and to just be yourself and to dance dirty, And I don't know. It's a great movie, man. Famously, the behind the scenes, there was some rockiness to their relationship as far as acting together, but their chemistry on screen is fantastic. So I think that bodes well for their talent as actors. It's got a great finale. It's just a wonderful movie, man. I love it. It's Patrick Swayze. Like, in this house, we love some Patrick Swayze. We are going off the rails on a Swayze train. So, Dirty Dancing. All right, the next one is by far one of my wife's favorite movies. I love it to death. It is a Christmas tradition. Every year we make a point to watch this together. And that is The Great Love Actually. This movie has like 24 storylines going on with 48 different characters, all of which are experiencing some sort of love story. Whether it's first love, whether it's love that is not reciprocated, whether it's love that has kind of died and now you're going into heartbreak, or just any kind of love. And the title itself is a play off of the song from the Troggs, The Love Is All Around. And in the opening narration by Hugh Grant, he does this beautiful speech about, if you want to see how love truly exists, go to an airport and go to the arrivals gate and watch the people as they come off the plane and they're being greeted by their spouses, their family, and stuff like that. And he's like, you don't see hate, you don't see animosity, you see love. You see people running up to each other, hugging each other, like, oh, I missed you, I'm so happy to see you. And he says that, he really feels that love actually is all around. And that also segues into my favorite character. It's like, what's his name? Bill Nighy, if I'm saying that right. But he is the aging rock star who is trying to stage a comeback by doing a Christmas version of the song Love Is All Around. And it's just like one of the most terrible songs ever. Just I feel it in my fingers. Like it's I don't know. But the movie is full of recognizable faces. I mean, look at this. We've got Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson. We got that little dude was in Game of Thrones. I remember that. Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead, Keira Knightley, Alan Rickman. Man, I miss you, dude. And Emma Thompson. And so many more people are in this movie. It's funny. It is heartwarming. It's all of these things wrapped in a beautiful red Christmas bow. Like I said, my wife and I make a point to watch this every year around Christmas time. And yeah, it's great. It fills you with the warm and fuzzies. All right, another one that I have loved for many years and was so excited to hear when the Criterion Collection got it. And that was Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball is a fantastic movie. It is so good. You have the great power couple of Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps, who it's the story of, you start with these two kids who are neighbors who both have a tremendous love for basketball, and it just follows them through the years as they grow up. And of course, she is enamored with basketball. That is her life. That is what she wants to do. But she's being told, every second that girls don't play basketball. Girls shouldn't do that. You should be more ladylike and stuff like that. And that you should probably let go of this basketball thing you have. Well, meanwhile, he is the son of a professional basketball player, and his future is pretty much set. Everyone just expects that he is going to play basketball. He's going to go pro, and that's it. So you see the different situations that both of them find themselves in. And throughout the movie, they connect, they separate, they fall in love, they, separate and stuff like that. And but it's done so well. There's nothing cheesy about this movie. It's how long is this movie? Wow, 125 minutes. So like a little bit over 2 hours, but they pack so much into these 2 hours. Like it feels almost like you've watched a mini series with these characters. And that is not a negative point by any means. It's a wonderful movie. If you've never seen Love and Basketball, give it a chance. I seriously doubt you will be disappointed in the least. All right, and I am going to finish this with... This is going to be a tribute. Now, this movie I don't think would be considered a romantic movie. But as a love story, you could say that it is about the love between a mother and a daughter. You could say that it is a love story about the love between friends as they grow old together. So this fits. But I also have to give a tribute to the one and only Dolly Parton, who sadly left us. And, man, it's weird to imagine a world where we don't have Dolly Parton in it, But she starred in one of my favorite movies, and I adore this movie so much. And that's The Great Steel Magnolias. Man, I will watch this movie anytime. Like when it used to come on cable television all the time, no matter what point in the movie it was at, if I was flipping channels and Steel Magnolias was on, I'm going to finish it. It's got a fantastic cast. I mean, my God, look at these ladies. You know these ladies. It's so good. I don't know how many superlatives I can give it, but anyone that's ever seen Steel Magnolias and loves it, they know what I'm feeling right now. And, yeah, man, I can't believe Dolly's gone. That's so sad, but at the same time, what an incredible legacy to leave behind. You know, no one has anything bad to say about her. And if they do, they're just morons. You know, some of the people that are making posts like, well, I didn't agree with her views on this and this, but I liked her. Like, well, okay, thanks, jackass, for bringing that up. That just proves that you're a closed-minded individual. But no, I'm getting off topic here. But Steel Magnolias, of course, based on a stage play about a group of women. You got the mother-daughter of Julia Roberts, Sally Field, the best friends of Olympia Dukakis and Shirley MacLaine. You've got, of course, the great Dolly and Daryl Hannah, who comes into town and gets a job at Dolly's hair salon that she does out of her house because her husband Spud built it. And yeah, you go basically through, it's like a year in the life of these ladies and the different things that happen to them throughout that year. It's endlessly entertaining. It's so well acted. There is a scene with Sally Field towards the end of the movie where it's like, rip my heart out, man. It's a fantastic movie. I love it so much. I own Steel Magnolias on 4K. And you damn straight I own Steel Magnolias on 4K because I want the best possible version of Steel Magnolias that I can have. So, there you go. Those are just a small taste of some romantic movies, some love stories that I thoroughly enjoy. Like I said, I'm a softie at heart, and I am not ashamed at all to admit that. So, thank you for watching. I'm sure the next video probably will be my favorite grindhouse horror movies. So you know, I like to keep things interesting around here at Steven Talks. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. And we'll talk later. Bye.